welcome back everybody. So today I have what I hope is going to be a fun video for you guys. I know it's going to be fun for me because, well, I get to go to the gun range. But if you've watched some of my more recent videos, you know that I completed a build of an AR-15 for home defense, and I've been having a lot of fun with that, taking it to the range, just shooting different ammo, getting used to it, making sure it runs as reliably as I want it to. In doing so, I did notice one thing. I originally built it with just a red dot and some iron sights, which was fine for the purposes of home defense that I built it for. But I did find myself at the range kind of wishing that I could stretch out a little bit further than my own eyesight allows, just to have it more of a dual purpose range gun and home defense. So as luck would have it, over the last few weeks I've actually been able to test out this Monstrum Tactical first focal plane scope. This is a 1-in-4 by 24 scope, and it does have an illuminated reticle. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a little bit of a tabletop review just so you guys can see what features comes with it. And then we're going to take it out to the range and just kind of see what kind of accuracy we can get with it. And then we'll come back and, kind of finish up. But yeah, let's cut over to the table real quick and take a look at the thing. And then let's go take it out and shoot. All right, guys, let's get going. Okay, so obviously the scope's already mounted, but I wanted to show you how it comes packaged. This is the box from Monstrum. Let's open it up, see what it all comes with. So I'll start with, they include a nice cleaning cloth, which is kind of a nice option for a budget scope. And again, this is pretty feature-packed for the price point. This is about $150, $160 scope. Comes with a nice set of medium height rings. I'll show you what it's actually mounted on here in just a little bit, but these come with it. So really, unless you have a different purpose, this is perfect for mounting it. It also comes with, this is the lens protector for the front. I have a different option installed, which I'll show you here in just a bit. Comes with all hardware needed to mount the scope. Basic brochure that everything comes with. Any gun products you get seems to come with a sticker, so it's kind of nice to add to your collection there. And then you have your owner's manual, or instruction manual. Here's probably, the instruction manual I would say is probably, if I had a complaint about this, and again, they're kind of nitpicking for a $150 scope, but for people who have installed a lot of scopes in the past, they know how to do it, this is going to be just fine. If you haven't done it, the instructions are pretty vague, so I wish they would do a little bit nicer job for new shooters, instructions how to mount it as far as what to torque everything to. I had to look that up on the internet. But again, that's nitpicking. And it's a nice sturdy box to protect it. It comes packaged nicely, so it's going to be protected in shipping. But that's the packaging, but let's get to the meat and potatoes of it, and let's take a look at the scope. Alright, so here is the scope mounted up, and I just kind of wanted to go over some of the features it has, because this is really feature packed for a budget scope. Again, this is in that $150, $160 range right now, if you look out on Amazon or other places. But it is, again, it's a 1-in-4 by 24, so it's not a super powerful scope, but it's great for home defense if you want to stretch out to up to say 250 yards, I would say. But it does have very nice, very tight turrets. The adjustments are 1/2-inch MOA. And you can battle reset it when you're done to zero it once you get the scope zeroed in. As it comes out of the box, it does, let me remove this and I'll show you. So it does come with a flash hider, so if you're worried about someone seeing the flash off of the front of the scope, you can install this and it hides a lot of that. If you don't want to install that, it comes with just a standard thread protector that's also in the package. It also comes with lens caps that are spring loaded. So if you have them, all you do is a flick and they stay up. When they're shooting, these do not fall back in your line of sight. So it's really nice to have those. The standard rings that it came with are kind of a medium height. What it's mounted on, though, is again from Monstrum. This is an offset cantilever sight, and the reason it's mounted that way is I did not want to have to remove my rear sights just in case I had an issue with the scope. I could pop this off and I still have the backup sights. With these rings, I couldn't do so. If I were to take the scope off, or if I were to mount the scope with these rings, it didn't have enough clearance to maintain your rear sight. So that's why it's mounted with a little bit different sight. If you want this optional sight, it's about $30. So nice features. But yeah, you know, and it's also got something that doesn't come with a lot of budget scopes. It has a built-in throw lever. So you can easily adjust your magnification, and it's tight, it doesn't move. A lot of sites or a lot of scopes you have to pay extra to get like a screw-in throw lever, so it's kind of nice to have that included. All the glass is surprisingly clear for a budget scope. I watched a lot of reviews on this other than my own, and most people say one of the best things about it, you know, the clarity of the glass that comes with this exceeds the price point on this. So check it out for yourself. And then, yeah, but let's get this out to the range and take a look, and hopefully you guys like it. All right, guys. See you in a bit. So I just wanted to show, and this was my initial target I used to walk the scope in and zero it. So I do have some shots up here. It took a while to zero it. This is the first time I've actually zeroed a scope like this. But once I dressed the target, this is my final grouping. I did have a flyer here, that's my fault. But not a bad grouping. So the accuracy from this scope I was pretty happy with. This was shot with PMC bronze, and it is a 55 grain. So there's 223. Shot with a couple different things. Let's roll this target up. This target was with Fiocchi Target Max, and it's another 55 grain bullet. And then just to try something different, because you know the reality of this right now is hard to find ammo, so you're pretty much going to get whatever you can get. This grouping was shot with Wolf steel case. So overall, still pretty happy with it. Neither one of these ammos did my gun like quite as much as the PMC bronze, though. So just so you can see an up-close picture of the targets and see the results that I got. So that's it. All right, guys, we are back from the range and had a lot of fun out there today, but just kind of wanted to come back and recap what we did. But basically, you know, if you guys are looking for a little bit of a budget scope out there, by all means, check out this little guy from Monstrum. It's only about $150, $160 scope on Amazon or other places. But so if you're on a budget and want something that has some nice features to it, check it out. But as always, if you like videos like this and you like the content coming from the channel, then subscribe, share with your friends, and hit that notification bell. And we'll see you back on future videos. All right, guys. Shoot safe.